Welcome back to the Hero Whispers, everybody. Thanks for being here with us today. This is your host, Jean Marie. I am the founder and chief Supergirl of Supergirls.com. That's 2 L's, the second L for love. So, really happy that you're here today. We have an amazing queen with us today, Camme. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Woohoo! In a moment. But for those of you guys that may be new to the show, just a little 411 as to who we are. We are all about girl power and inspiration. We help lift young women, launching them into the real world from college. And we do that by mentoring, and we do that by helping them share their stories. And with our podcast, we just interview the coolest women on the planet. So today we have an extremely cool chick that I met here at the Jersey Shore. She's not from Jersey, she's from New York, but she is here in Jersey now. Camme, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
So happy you're here, girl.
Happy to be here.
What? You know what, listeners? Before I introduce this queen, I must tell you, I must give a little plug. We're doing a little challenge in a couple weeks. It's called the Digital Chi Challenge. It's all about helping you stand out online. So it's 3 days, 3 hours. More info, check my website, supergirls.com, 2 L's. You don't want to miss it. It's really going to help you to position yourself, especially in this crazy time right now what's going on in our world. Okay, no further delay. Camme is a married mother of 2 adult children, Karlee and Tony. She is a former dental office manager and in her younger years managed a $1 million retail store in New York. Patty currently is a marketing mentor for an anti-aging hair care company, Monat Global. She owns and operates her direct sales business with a team of over 150 men and women with sales at $1 million annually. Monat has given her the platform to empower men and women to step out of their comfort zone, to enrich their lives through personal development, financial improvement, social interaction, and of course, to have great hair. Thank you so much for being with us. How are you today, Miss Patty?
I am so wonderful. I'm excited and happy to be here. So thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor.
Such an honor. I loved you since the day I met you at the Jersey Shore Chamber of Commerce. Oh my God, it was so cool. We were like soul sisters. Yes. And your spirit, your energy, the way you are just always like trying to figure out how to make this world a better place.
Absolutely.
And have you always been like this, or did your life kind of evolve to be like this?
So I have to say, it really didn't just happen overnight. I was raised in a single mom household, struggling to get by, and I always witnessed the church and giving back to us around Christmas, Thanksgiving, and some gifts and some food, and whenever we needed it, was like it was impressionable on me. I was so grateful for that. Even at a young age, I saw what they were able to do, and I always knew at a very young age that when I was in a position to give back, I was going to do it. And I remember distinctly, I was about 16, 17 years old, going to the largest post office in New York City, sitting on the floor around Christmas time, sifting through letters to Santa from moms, from kids. And at that age, I literally took my paycheck and spent it on a family that was in need. And so I was super young to do that by myself. I didn't have my family doing that with me. It was all self-motivated. So that inspired me from there. And, giving is so fulfilling. So I just made a practice of it.
That is huge. I feel like that should be like a Hallmark movie. That is awesome. Really, that is so awesome. I mean, I'm touched by that because, I was a big believer in Santa Claus. I still am, anyway.
Yeah.
And giving. And that's the thing that really, listeners, when I met Patty, she was talking about this event that she puts on in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. And it's this really cool event with Mary's Table. Why don't you talk about that? I just think that just really stood out. Like, oh my God, this woman is like making such a difference in the world.
Well,
True.
I just
True
believe
story.
that you get more in giving, and it's better to give than receive. So, for me, when I first moved to Point Pleasant, New Jersey, 4 years ago, I wanted to be connected to the community the way I was in the community that I raised my children in. And I met some people at the food pantry when I was donating, and decided to go on a meeting and found out a little bit more about what they do. So I happened upon this Mary's Table. Mary's Table is like a local supper club where they just cook dinners for everyone in the community. Doesn't matter who you are, how much money you have in the bank, who you're married to. It doesn't matter anything. You just come. They welcome you with open arms, and they feed everyone. And it's the most beautiful, fulfilling thing, and a room full of love, and it's just wonderful. So I started cooking for Mary's Table, and that was great. And then I later found out that they are run just on donations and a very small stipend that they get from the church. So I started thinking about different ways to earn some money for the Mary's Table and pay for these dinners. And I thought to myself, if I could pay for just one dinner a month with an event, I could do that for Mary's Table. Not only am I going to cook, but I'm going to raise some money for them. So I started this ladies' night, and I'm all about giving back to people, giving back to community, and moving people forward. So I kind of took a need to raise some money, and a need for a group of women coming together. It doesn't matter what age, what stereotype, doesn't matter anything. It's open to everyone. I just feel that women are in such need of connection, just a place to belong, a place to vent, a place to move, someone to move you maybe from point A to point B in your life, kind of just a little bit off the starting block if you're stuck, or just that conversation, that tribe. And that's where I started Ladies' Night, to bring women together, do a little shopping, maybe have some sangria, maybe have a little nibble to eat. But the premise behind it is have great conversation and really make connections with your fellow women tribe.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, I experienced it, and it was the best. It was awesome. Yeah. And I think I was at the first one, and it was small, but that didn't matter because it was about the people that were there and that were so engaged, and you just left there feeling like you just felt empowered because you were there. Number one. Number two, people were all really about helping each other, and because that's the kind of people you attract. So that was really cool. And at the end of the day, we raised the money for the table. So that was the most important thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and for even look at what we're doing right now, look at society right now, look at the world right now. And you even said that with coming into, COVID and this time this challenging time that we're in right now. What people are lacking is just, I think, human kindness and connection and love and appreciation, and just moving the world forward to a better place. We know things are suck right now. Some things might suck for you, but if you just move the conversation forward and move the room forward just a little bit forward, that will empower people. And all sometimes people need is that little bit of encouragement, empowerment, and they can turn around and change the world. So I know that people have it in them.
I think that is beautifully said. And I know for a fact, well, I'm guessing, but I know you're going to talk to this. This has definitely charged your business. We want to hear about Monat and how amazingly successful you've been at that, because that's a major accomplishment, you queen. But that positive juice has to really charge your business in so many ways.
Absolutely. And that's the idea behind the business. I mean, I could talk about my business till I'm blue in the face, and
I know.
And it doesn't really matter it doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because as long as you have that passion and that fire in your belly and that connection with people. It doesn't matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter where you work. It's all about connection and showing people what they have. So many, and I'm going to talk for women because that's what I am. But so many women forget who they are. And so many women don't know who they are. They don't know what they're capable of. And that's, if we could ignite that fire in some people, in every person that we meet, if we can give that little bit of encouragement and empowerment and a spark to light that fire, it could ignite an inferno in them that will empower them that they forgot that they had or may not even know that they even had. So that is what I attribute to the success of my business, because I take that fire that I know that's in every single person that I'm in contact with, and I will do everything that I can to start that fire, to ignite that fire.
Well, it's working. It's $1 million. It's working in a million ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a win-win. It's a win for them, and it's a win for me. Yeah.
It totally is. So what inspired you to start this business? How did you get started in it?
So what inspired, well, first of all, it just happened. I wasn't looking for it. And what the company is, what Monat basically is it's a hair and skincare company. It's a direct sales company based out of Florida, made in the United States of America, non-toxic. It's vegan, gluten-free, and all those things are super important to me because I have an autoimmune disease that I have to be super careful about what I put in my body and what I put on my body because it gets absorbed into your skin in 26 seconds. Super important. So I was, like I said, an office manager for a dental office. A girlfriend of mine asked me to buy some, support her small business and buy some shampoo for her. It fell into the lines of what I could use with my autoimmune disease, and it literally transformed my hair, which is great. Awesome. Terrific. You find something you like, great. I find a food that I like, awesome. I'm not going to buy the company. I'm not going to become a salesperson. But when I started looking to the company, that it was a brand new company. It's only 5 years old. And, I started about 2 years ago. It almost was like a stock investment for me. I was like, okay, let's look into this company a little bit more. I've never heard of it. It's all in line with my values for what I put in and on my body. So I started looking into the business aspect and realized the absolute ticking time bomb of an explosion of what this company had to offer. So I decided to become a rep for them. I decided to say, hey, let me share this with family and friends. And I'd like to educate people on the effects of toxic chemicals, products that you use that have animal byproducts, products that are not made in America. So I really took that opportunity to start educating people. And then all of a sudden it kind of snowballed into this amazing business opportunity. And I attribute my success to empowering, like I said, empowering women, educating people. I provide people with information so they could make an informed choice. And I also, I call myself a dream coach. I coach people to dream. I coach them to dream. I'm a dream coach. And to move, like I said before, some people don't know how to dream. They don't know how to set goals. They have no clue because they think it's so far out of reach. I'm poor. I'm broke. I'm working 10 jobs. I have 5 kids. I don't have a computer. Whatever it is, you just think that you're so crippled because of you're looking at the things that you don't have. To focus on the things that you do have